You are the resistance.
I'm Christopher Titus, people, and this is the Armageddon update. No King's Day. Yeah, we did it, people. Over 8 million people showed up and protested, and everything changed. Yeah. No, we're still at war. You get that, right? He started a war after Obama had already made a pact with Iran to never have to start a war. It's not like, there's an example of a war we fought for 20 years in the Middle East. Sorry, my bad. 2 wars. And those ended like fucking yesterday. We fought in the Middle East for decades and got exactly squat, zero, zilch, nada. Now, the persimmon pedophile who needs to distract from the Epstein Files because he did it.
Should go right to fucking jail! The son of a bitch is guilty!
Has started a war with Iran, who he claimed was 2 weeks from building a nuke.
Over the next 2 weeks.
We'll be reporting back sometime over the next 2 weeks.
The next 2 weeks.
In about 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
Which they weren't building because Obama had made a deal that Trump tore up. And look at my ballroom. It's beautiful.
It's not possible for us to take care of daycare, Medicaid, Medicare, all these individual things.
So, to be clear, Captain Kankles, our diaper dictator, launched a war without being provoked. On the first day, killed 160 elementary school girls. That's a war crime. Gas prices have gone up more than $1 a gallon. Everything that oil is used for will also be going up in price, which is, well, everything. He also started the war without calling our historical worldwide buddies, Japan, Britain, Australia, France, Germany. And to their credit, they were like, bro, we don't need a war. You can let Israel run America if you want, but we're good. Trump asked these countries to send military ships to the Gulf to escort oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz.
They should be not only thanking us, they should be helping us.
Look, we all have that friend who starts a fight, then expects you to jump into the fight. And the world is like, yo, bro, you punched that dude. Now he's kicking your ass and this ain't my fight. I'm going to go finish my beer and I'm going to go hit on Thailand. Good luck. So after starting a war that, be clear, fucked up the economy worldwide, some countries are rationing gasoline and fuel. Farmers can't get fertilizer, so Trump started a war. So we didn't see the Epstein Files because Trump's just not in the Epstein Files. People, he stars in the Epstein Files. He's the main character. So then after our allies refused to get sucked into a war the illiterate pedo rapist started, he truthed out to all the countries who won't jump into a war he started.
You're going to have to start learning how to fight for yourselves. The U.S. won't be there to help you anymore. Yeah, just like you weren't there for us. Iran has been essentially decimated. The hard part is done. You go get your own oil.
Wow, what a dick. Colin Powell said something once about the Iraq war. He said, we broke it, so we bought it. Integrity, responsibility, honor. Oh yeah, Colin Powell. Remember when we had competence running our military instead of a suit full of Nazi hair gel and alcoholism? The guy running our military was kicked out of the military. Here's what retired Major General Randy Manner, a 2-star Army leader and former acting vice chief of the National Guard, said about our slimy used car salesman of a SecDef. The Secretary of Defense is a disgraced major that was kicked out of the D.C. National Guard. He has zero qualifications whatsoever to be the Secretary of Defense other than his extreme loyalty to the president. He got kicked out of the Guard, people, because of his Nazi tattoos. Keg's Breath just denied 2 black officers and 2 women their promotions to generals because he claimed DEI. Yeah, they need to earn it. Really, Pete? You got kicked out of the Guard for your Zig Heil body art, then became a drunk, sexual assaulting Fox News anchor, which, by the way, seems to be a trend over there. And you think they, actual career soldiers, aren't qualified, yet you work for the dude that called soldiers suckers and losers and avoided military service 5 times? Cool. I think we need Nuremberg 2.0. So a war started by an illiterate convicted felon, pedophile, and run by a sexual assaulting Nazi for no clear reason except that Israel's criminal dictator wants this war and also to distract from the worst pedophile ring in the world history. And you're shocked that for some reason the rest of the world doesn't want to sign up and jump in on the World War III bandwagon? This scumbag made us the bad guys. God, if only I didn't live in a racist, misogynistic country. We could have had peace and universal health care and cheap gas. And a president that, doesn't shit themselves. But eggs were expensive.
Groceries.
Idiots. I'm Christopher Titus. This is the Armageddon update. My God. How does he just find the most incompetent people? Is there an incompetent LinkedIn where it just goes, yeah, we're LinkedIn, but it's for fuckers? That's it. And then, yeah, just sign up. That doesn't matter. We don't care. Are you an alcoholic? Really? Have you assaulted women? Really? Are you just stupid? All right, then come on in. You're part of the Trump administration. Ah! Everybody, Christopher Titus Podcast with me as always, fixing her makeup as always. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And we still got Chappie and we got Groucho with us today. Okay, so you heard the Armageddon update. You heard me talking about the ineptness of everybody who's running, guys who hate war, avoided war, did nothing except get kicked out of war, running war. But let's talk about the good news. Let's talk a little bit about.
Is there good news?
I mean, we had over 8 million people protested,
that was great news.
And that's just in our country.
Yep.
Worldwide. Do you know how fucking what an asshole you have to be to where other countries are like, we don't even live there, but fuck this guy, and then they go and they get like we get 100,000 in Germany or whatever it was, and they want him gone too.
Yes.
The worldwide party.
How is that possible?
I don't remember it.
They are not out protesting their government.
I don't remember a time when the rest of the world protested our leader. That's crazy. I mean, death to America, Iran and stuff like that, but never like where Germany and Japan is like, the American president sucks.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
We've got to a place where, and the one thing he hates more than anything is to be a loser. And the whole world came out the other day and said, you're a loser, bro.
I know, but do you think that he gets that?
I think anybody with he's got toxic, like literally narcissism that is chronic. And I do not think he believes it. He also, something happened today. Well, let's talk about no kings.
There's a giant golden toilet on the mall now.
There's a giant 10-foot high golden toilet.
I do enjoy that.
Can you do me a favor?
Fox's headline, I just want you to know, is communist and Democrats, communist, Democrats use no kings rally to call for May Day strike. As chants for a communist revolution and May Day strikes echoed from New York to Minnesota, the No Kings movement sees a growing ideological shift to more radical rhetoric. No Kings is the rhetoric. It's literally the hashtag
literally the opposite.
And the name.
It's literally the no kings. We don't want any kings here. We are founding fathers. The entire thing was, Fox has gotten to who's running Fox now? Because it's Murdoch's 1,000 years old.
Well, his son, remember
but
one? They had that lawsuit.
One son was like kind of liberal and wanted to make it real, and the other son was crazy. It was worse.
Him.
It was worse.
Yeah.
So that's who's running it now.
Yes.
I wish people understood history better. Because sure, will this last for a little while? Maybe. Will it last forever? Hell no. As a matter of fact, what's going to happen is when the hammer comes down from the American public, it's going to be ugly.
I think so too.
There's going to be some hangings. There's going to be Nuremberg 2.0. There's going to be people that do jail time for the rest of their lives. What I don't understand. Then again, when I read Rachel Maddow's book Prequel, and what happened was in the 30s, all those guys got busted for doing all the shit they did, and then the government went, we don't want to cause trouble. World War II's on the way. Let's just smooth it over. That never works. No. And I think this is the Biden administration's hugest mistake.
That's exactly.
Hey guys, well, let's just get the country back to healthy. No.
He's gone.
Right.
Well, let's just move past it.
But you can't. You have to. The only way.
No one's going to elect him back into office.
You have to deter. You have to actually put everybody in jail so people go, oh, fuck, we can't do that anymore.
They know that now. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, too, because did we mention that Bob Mueller died?
I don't think we did.
I don't know why that gut punched me so hard.
Because he's such a good man?
Let's read Donald Trump's post about it. Oh,
God.
The Christian evangelical
Sent by God. Sent by God. He was sent by God. Donald Trump was sent by God.
Got me, I think, because of what you say, how no one is coming to save us. And Robert Mueller was a lifetime public servant. And
hero during Vietnam. Literally a hero. Like
held over administration to administration.
Unprecedented.
Everyone thought he did a great job.
People don't know this. So Congress had a special session on Bob Mueller after. So he came in a week after 9/11 happened, changed our entire way we got security and we got intelligence. We weren't attacked again on our own soil when Mueller was in charge. He was so good for his 10-year term that Congress had a special session and gave him 2 more years.
Yep.
And now I will say this. I think the stupid rule that you can't go after a sitting president, it's a stupid rule because what you basically said is, hey, you're an asshole. Keep being an asshole. Nothing can happen to you. I didn't touch you. I got in your face.
You guys saw it. It was so close. You were wafting in my general direction. Donald Trump, the evangelical right leader,
Sent by God,
posted, Robert Mueller just died. Good. I'm glad he's dead. He can no longer hurt innocent people.
Now, does everyone remember how offended everybody was after Charlie Kirk, who basically just spewed hate and misogyny and ugly? How if you said anything about Charlie Kirk, people went nuts. But he actually says this hero, this war hero, people don't know this, but he signed up, Robert Mueller signed up to go to Vietnam because one of his buddies got killed in Vietnam. Then he actually got a gold star and a Purple Heart for running into a firefight to save his guys.
Yes.
Then he became probably one of the best FBI directors ever.
Yep.
And I will say, I think there was a major clusterfuck with the January 6th investigation. Or was it January 6th or was it the other one? What was it? Was it January 6th?
He was
the Russia thing, the Russia probe. Which
Russia hoax.
Yeah, but it wasn't a hoax.
Right.
So you have this great guy, this great public servant who people pretty much across the board respected in the intelligence community and the FBI. And then this guy says, I'm glad he's dead. It just goes to show what a loser, scumbag, lowlife
Tucker Carlson,
our president
actually.
is.
Britt Hume posted against it. Tucker Carlson, I saw him doing an interview where he said that it was disgusting for a sitting president, let alone a human being. I was like, okay.
But especially when you see that Robert Mueller kept us safe after 9/11.
Well, Britt Hume said you could have just not said anything.
You just shut up.
You know?
There you go.
I don't know who was interviewing Tucker Carlson because I don't watch Tucker Carlson interviews, but it was interesting to see somebody actually take a stand, you know?
So no King's Rally. Can you bring up some of the special signs? Those are some good ones. No kings, no jesters, no child molesters. That was a good one.
Oh,
that was a good, wasn't it? You know, I think it might have been Hakeem Jeffries wrote that one. He rhymed it.
I can't.
I know. Well, that's the problem, right? So
they're all already starting to attack Gavin too. Well, I don't know if our own side.
Yeah, because the Democrats will Democrats are the only people I know will reverse masturbate themselves. They will just, you know what I mean? They will punch them. Democrats are the only group I've seen punch themselves in the penis all the time. They're like, hey, we're doing good. And hold on, let me mess it up. They will just keep punching themselves in the penis. Don't you agree?
I do. I was just trying to figure out reverse masturbate, but
punching yourself in the penis. That would be it. Punching yourself. That would be. I actually came up with it.
Okay, got it.
That would be called reverse masturbation.
Got it.
So we've got Schumer, who's inept and ineffective. We've got Hakeem Jeffries, who is just so hungry to be the speaker. You can just see how he was anointed by Nancy Pelosi. He's so hungry. And then you see Mondami come into New York.
Yep.
And you see the way he handles the media. You see the way he's actually getting, they said there's thousands of potholes filled in New York now. And you know, it's weird. I heard about what he was doing and what he was actually getting done. And I had this weird moment where I was like, wait, right. We're so used to someone getting the job and doing nothing.
Right.
Karen Bass, great example.
Who?
In LA, in Los Angeles, Karen Bass has done what I can see, nothing. Ineffectual.
Well, she did go to a big party in Africa
while the city burnt down. The city burnt down. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
So, and then Mondami comes into New York and actually starts making a difference. And
he's actually doing something.
But here's the weirdness. Even when the snow was a thing, he said, if you guys want to make $30 an hour and you want to get out and shovel snow, we'll pay you to move snow.
Wow.
So people all of a sudden like, wait, I can go make $30 an hour to shovel snow. Hold on. And I had this weird moment where I was like, oh, right. these fuckers are supposed to work for us.
Right.
We pay taxes so they work for us. And yet Congress, and I'm bringing it up again, people, they get people between $174,000 and $192,000 a year. They each have, every single one of them gets a 1.8 baseline to $2.4 million expense account. The top guy gets 5.4 million. So you taking that job? Because I'm taking it. However, you should be working for the people, and they're not. They're working for one
Nobody works for the people
orange
anymore.
fat man that shits himself.
Yeah.
And I don't understand.
It's all about fame, social media followers, money, and power. It's,
So someone said on the way over, this was the MSNBC, MS Now on the way over, and the guy was saying, he goes, these guys want to keep their jobs. He goes, you got a job where someone picks you up every day, makes you coffee, makes your
kiss your ass,
makes your 6-course lunch. You get to fly wherever you want to fly. You get to fly to me.
It's like what I told you when I went to that luncheon with the ambassador of Hungary. Yeah. It was crazy. That was just his lunch.
How many courses?
6.
And your name was on gold on a card?
Yes, on the menu, on a printed menu. Yeah, for lunch. And he had to go because he had dinner and he had already done a breakfast. And he was in the penthouse and we walked on the balcony and took a picture because the view was like the Lincoln Memorial and I mean all the monuments.
The best of the best.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And
wine with every course, different pairings of wine.
That's monarchy.
Yeah.
So all our guys get treated the same way.
That's just an ambassador.
When you and I went to the White House, and we expected it to be a big deal, but when you and I went to the White House, I was shocked. Crazy. I was shocked at how much was being done, how many things were being handled, everything we ate, everything, like even the show, the way it was taken care of.
Do you remember the dinner?
Oh
after?
My God.
Well, actually, I mean, even just the fact that the production company for the show, I wasn't performing, he was, and they sent us a budget that weekend for me to go get a ball gown and jewelry and shoes and a bag.
I remember the number. I was like, they're just going to let you take that to
and
buy.
I wasn't performing. You were.
What happened to that dress?
I actually have no idea.
Did you leave it?
I don't know. No, I don't know. I have no idea. I remember it was a little too short, so probably
So you burned our taxpayers' money for a dress you left in the hotel room.
Or what?
You burned our taxpayers' money for the dress the production company did.
It was the production company.
It had nothing to do with Rachel.
It was a little short because I had to get it at the last minute, and so it was.
I still remember when you walked up to W and he goes, "All right, things are looking up, bro." Right in front of me, bro.
What I was going to say when I said that about Bob Mueller, I just felt like really dejected. I just want to go back to this because I realized that the next update is going to be that Biden died. And because it's gotten very quiet and, they announced that his cancer was really aggressive and then it just got quiet and that's going to get me. Because really, no one's coming to save us.
Well, I mean, when you look at Mueller and Biden, I would say cut from the same cloth in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. Lifetime public servants, lifetime commitment to the country. Trying to do the right thing all the time. And people get mad about Biden, and I go, all the shit people said about Biden, they never found anything on Biden.
The thing that they said most about Biden was that he was in cognitive decline. And now I'm like,
Sleepy Joe.
That didn't age well.
Sleepy
that
Joe.
means two things.
We have pictures. Yeah, neither one is aging well. We have pictures constantly of him falling asleep
That's my favorite.
During press conferences.
That he booked
Sleepy
in
dog.
his office. Or he stands up and starts pointing at his ballroom and talking about it like a 4-year-old.
Or he farts in the middle of the thing and people go, we got to get the press out of here right now. Why? Because he shit.
Yeah.
He shit himself.
Okay, there was a sign. Some people are funny.
I love funny signs.
Tyrants. It's got a beaver. And it says tyrants be damned, D-A-M-M-E.
Oh, wow.
That had to have been in Portland.
Right.
It was in Portland. I was going to say it's one of those nerdy smart signs that I enjoy. No kings, yes, queens. Speaking of queens, you guys just told me something crazy right before this started, because I haven't been listening to the news a lot. I've been with Chaplin, and you guys just told me that Kristi Noem's husband
is look it up. He their picture of him on OnlyFans or something, where he's wearing a fake boob thing, a big giant boob thing.
She says, because I was like, did she know this? Which make any of these people make sense? None of it makes sense.
By the way, you said it perfectly. I think chaos was the theme last week, but this time is like, none of it makes sense.
I just also feel like I should explain to you guys that, because this is pretty ghetto looking, but
it's not. You can't say that.
Took off my fingernail on this finger so I could put pills down Chaplin's throat,
because
so I'm not falling apart per se. I mean, I am.
We're both falling apart.
Yes, but this is functional. Okay. So I don't hurt him. This says Kristi Noem was blindsided by cross-dressing husband who put her at risk for blackmail.
Really?
National security experts said the photographs could have been intercepted by hostile intelligence services. Like, I don't think that's the first problem.
I'm sorry. Wait. So I'm dressing up with a fake boobs, and you're like, wait a minute. What if someone gets a hold of this? Aren't you worried about you first? Of course, she already. Well,
she was
already humping him on the plane. Humping Corey on the plane.
Yeah, I don't think she was really too upset. She said the family was blindsided by this.
Really?
She said they're devastated. Salacious allegations that her husband Brian lives a double life where he cross-dresses and chats online with fetish models.
What? Okay.
They ask for privacy and prayers at this time.
So here's my question. Why is it that for years the right has demonized the left and said transvestites, this and that, you guys are pedophiles, you're raping kids, and yet we don't have any left-wingers getting arrested for pedophilia? We have a lot of like sheriffs, deputies, we have youth pastors, we have pastors, we have a congressman that recently just, ex-congressman, a Republican that just got put, and we're not getting. They ain't getting George Clooney and Brad Pitt. Like we're finding all these scumbags are on the right.
It's a great example of some things are just human and not anything to do with party. And when you stand up on your platform and condescend like you're above it, this is human and it's gross. Not that he did it, that she is so heinous about other people's private lives, right? And so judgy.
Wasn't really private. She's horrible. I like that you just crystallize.
I was trying to be nice, and then I decided I don't want to.
Your diplomacy left.
Yeah, it's gone. The fuck I give went that away. Brian Noem chatted up women from the so-called bimbofication fetish scene, in which adult performers augment their breasts with massive amounts of saline to achieve a Barbie doll-like experience. How did they catch him?
There's screenshots of it.
Hundreds of messages purportedly sent by 3 women from this bimbofication scene. Noem's husband enthusiastically praised their boobies and proclaimed that he was jealous and coveted, his word, huge, ridiculous boobs. So he wants to have them. One photo claims Brian Noem shared with the women. It shows him wearing pink hot pants and a flesh-colored skin-tight bodysuit. He appears to have put balloons in his shirt to mimic the oversized, lopsided breasts. He added fake protruding nipples to said balloons and left his face fully visible in most of the photos.
Kristi, I gotta say this, Miss Noem. After all this shit you guys have talked, after all this shit the right talks about anybody who just lives their life they want to.
That's what I mean.
Because I'm not laughing at her husband. I'm laughing at
I know
how stupid these fucking people are. You know, that's that joke I do in this new show where I just go drag queen. Let's go to the population of cell block D, drag queen 0.
Yes.
Youth pastors,
Yes.
they have a softball league.
Yep.
And you get all these people who and we have the
That's
president
a good joke.
is literally on the Epstein Files 38,000 times at least. We don't know how much he's really in because they won't release it. Illegally, they're still holding on to the Epstein Files. The man started a war with another country to avoid the Epstein Files. And what I don't quite understand about this war. Okay.
Brian sent some of these women $25,000 via Cash App and put in the notes that he admired their over-the-top boobs.
25
and
grand?
Amazing curves.
25.
That was the DM. He
25,000.
traded selfies with one woman. He pledged to worship like a goddess and said, "You turned me into a girl. Should I put on leggings?"
Stop reading this.
Oh, it's amazing.
Well, it's amazing because
it's not amazing for him to get outed like this.
No.
It's amazing for her to,
after all the shit she's talked,
maybe learn a little bit of humility and not be such a condescending bitch.
These people don't do that. These people don't have humility. Ray, here's what happened today. So, first of all, he tweets out. So he's been begging France, Germany, Japan, the UK, Australia, help us to get some troops to get the oil through the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah.
And they all went, nah. Yeah, I saw this picture earlier today. Holy God.
Sorry.
We're going to send those to Ken, put them up right here. Again, not to shame the guy. Dude, if this is your thing, this is your thing. But her to be such a condescending, hypocritical.
Yes. While she's banging Corey Lewandowski in the back of the jet that we pay for.
That she says is for deporting people, yet it's got a bedroom.
Yeah, and she's married and banging said guy in the back.
So, but this is
I am exhausted.
But you know this is
by these people.
This is consistent across the board. You know, the guy who talks about pedophilia, I'm going to release the Epstein Files when I get elected, is in the Epstein Files more than Epstein is.
He's the reason why we all know about the Epstein Files.
Right.
Because he wouldn't shut up about them. And so we all went and read it and we were like, what in the hell?
So Congress passes a law that he's supposed to release them. They still haven't released them.
That's correct. They have released some where they outed the victims but redacted the criminals' names.
So
just make it make sense. That's all I'm asking of anyone.
Well, when I say no one's coming to save us, I think what that means is we have to save us.
Right.
But the thing is,
sounds hard.
But the thing is, yes, we live a life of convenience in America. Even at our worst, we get to go home.
We do that.
We get to go home and watch TV. We have DoorDash drop the food off. We actually, we work hard during the day, and then we have our alcohol on the weekends. We have some beer, whatever we do, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yeah. But we live a really comfortable life here, and I think everybody's slowly facing the fact that we are going to all have to be in the streets, and 8 million ain't enough. Now, I do have to say to all you people that want to know, Kings,
it's going to be more. Yeah,
great. It's more than it's ever been protested. Now, in worldwide, I don't know. It's got to be up in the 20 millions, right? Got to be. I wonder worldwide how many people protested, but there's something coming that is going to tear the country apart, and he's already doing it. It's already started. Mm-hmm. But then I want to get back to the Iran thing because he says, I need you guys to help us protect the Strait of Hormuz. They say no. Then he sends out a True Social something where he basically goes, we did the hard work. You guys go get your own oil now. What? When did we become the bad guy?
Oh, we are.
We're the fucking bad guy worldwide. We're the bad guy worldwide. Our own allies who we saved the UK in World War II. We actually went into Nazi Germany and liberated the camps, and they're fucking and they're like, nah, we're not helping you.
We're praising Putin and Kim Jong-un,
but
and criticizing NATO.
Here's the dumbest part. Do you know that he got rid of sanctions on Russian oil?
Twice, 2 sanctions just got dropped.
Iranian oil.
Yep.
We're at war with Iran. Hold on. Wait.
He stopped the Turkish bank that froze Iran's money because it was being criminally charged.
Like you said, make it make sense.
He lifted that.
But okay, so there was a bank that was actually, it was like $400 billion or $200 billion, right? Mm-hmm. And it just disappeared. They were using it to buy what?
Hawk Bank. We talked about this last time, so I remember you making fun of me. Prosecutors, there were criminal charges. Say that Hawk Bank facilitated a multi-year $20 billion scheme, converting Iranian oil and gas revenue into gold and cash to bypass U.S. sanctions.
Well, the good thing is you don't have to do that now because he released all the sanctions. He just released them. He's like, you know what? We're at war with Iran, and we're going to let them sell oil. What? Yep. You know what? Ukraine has been destroyed because of Putin, who invaded with no provocation, invaded Ukraine. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to actually release the sanctions on Russian oil too. So Russia's now making $100 million, $200 million a day off of oil to help fuel the run. So when you say make it make sense, we are living in a time where there's no right and wrong anymore. It seems like we were just talking about corruption earlier. So when you got Ken and I were talking about when you got the top guy like scamming $4 billion in his first year. Well, then you start to get, we were watching Rachel Amanda last night, and Rachel was talking about how, that we're there because they're buying up concentration camps in warehouses. Do you guys know that? They're buying these giant warehouses to house us or people they don't like in. The warehouse is listed for $96 million. Let's say it was appraised at that. They paid 140. Yet, why would you pay over the price by almost $50 million unless you were getting kicked back? Corey Lewandowski currently, what the Democrats want to investigate him because currently the story is that he was actually saying, I need a $2 million finder's fee. All these deals he was brokering. He's not in the government. He doesn't work for the government. He was put in jail at one point during the first term. Steve Bannon put in jail for scamming $10 million from people on the private build the wall fund, then pardoned. Make it make sense. The guys who admitted they were guilty for attacking the Capitol on January 6th, those guys are now filing for lawsuits to claim that they were harmed.
Physical and mental damages.
So they're going to get damages
because Bondi is going to.
But not only that, but Michael Flynn, who went to jail and then did time, got $1.2 million. He said he was guilty.
So because you're just cranking right through
I'm
that.
Just mad.
Members of January 6th mob sue police who fended off the Capitol attack. They're suing the police. They're suing the federal government for tens of millions of dollars in damages, claiming that the indiscriminate use of force by police officers repelling the attack caused them physical and emotional injuries.
Do you know that they don't
filed
know
in Florida?
They don't know what the word indiscriminate means because indiscriminate means you were just standing there singing a song and the cops hit you with a stick. That's not what happened. Can we go to any video from that day?
Yeah.
Because we can show you beat the shit out of cops and we're hitting them with fences. You were literally picking up barriers and hitting police officers.
Trying to fight them off for hours.
Oh, man.
It went on for hours.
So here's the thing. It's not getting better. This is what bothers me the most.
Lead plaintiff is A.J. Fisher, a member of the Proud Boys, who was charged with assault before his case was pardoned by Trump. They're upset that they were pelted with pepper balls and afflicted by chemical spray.
Yet they were shooting bear spray on the cops.
It's a class of plaintiffs. They're bringing more and more people into the class. Wow. Do
you know why? Because it's all a grift, babe. It's all a grift. Here's the thing. What they're doing is, imagine how much money the government raises in taxes every year. $1 trillion, 2 point, whatever it is. Then they pay the military, pay everybody. Then you get some corrupt people that go, well, fuck, we got the biggest bank account in the world.
That's what they're already
No
doing.
one's going to, they've been doing it. Nobody's going to notice. You know what I want to bring up too?
I just want you guys to know that the people that are in this lawsuit, one of them is a Proud Boy who actually ignited the breach of the Capitol itself when he smashed the window with a stolen riot shield. Another Proud Boy who unleashed pepper spray on a line of police officers. So
my question is this. This isn't going to court. Bondi's just going to settle with these guys, isn't she?
Yes.
This is not going to go to a judge.
This is just going to be another money laundering case, I bet.
Fuck.
So 5 minutes before Trump posted on Truth Social, his Iran announcement, $1.5 billion in S&P 500 futures was bought, and approximately 192 million to 580 million in oil futures was sold both happening between 5 and 15 minutes before he posted on Truth Social that he was halting strikes on Iranian power plants.
I said this last week. We have given the worst human being everything he wants.
Yep.
We gave him the ability to do it. I have a question.
So this person,
right?
So when Trump announced that, it caused stocks to rise and oil prices to tank, which was exactly what these traders were betting on with these
puts. Wow.
So Chris Murphy is losing his mind about it, and he's calling for an SEC investigation that I doubt will happen. Because
do you know how
Bondi would have to go?
Do you know how long it's going to take to unravel all this shit?
Yes.
And guys, at home, I get you guys are getting to the place where you're like, I don't want to hear this anymore. Ray and I are to the point. We do it every week. I have to sit down. Last night I was sitting down getting ready to write the Armageddon update, and I couldn't do it. I was just like, I don't want to. There's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much. And guys, everybody with No Kings protest, really great. Except here's the problem. And this is what I find. And here's why what you think you're doing is not going to work. And please do not get up my ass about this. I want you guys to know that what's going to happen is if you announce we're going to have a protest on the 28th, all you do is give everybody the ability on the conservative side and the people that are the evil people to know what's going to happen. They get ready for it. They don't care. They tune it out.
Right. What
changed the George Floyd thing, what changed the country after George Floyd was that people just started going, I'm not taking this shit anymore. And we all hit the streets at once it was like an improv protest. Yeah. And then the Boogaloo Boys started setting shit on fire, which they pled guilty to. So this is not going to end well. I keep saying this. Man, you know what bothers me? How long have I been saying this is going to get worse? He's going to declare martial law. Mm-hmm. He's going Well, we found out after his first term, Bolton said that he constantly said that. So did General Kelly. Yeah.
That he kept saying he wanted to call martial law, and they kept telling him, no, you can't just do that. Right. I mean, remember how bad it was when he did the march across the square?
And everybody surrounded the White House? He went in his bunker?
I mean, when the pepper spray,
right?
It was like, how is this even happening?
When he stood in front of a boarded up church with an upside down Bible. I want to talk about one more thing in the war. So here's what's bothering me, and I started to really understand how corrupt our DOD, Department of Defense, is. Mm-hmm. So they're saying that we're sending in Tomahawk missiles that cost $2.1 million. Mm-hmm. Whereas Iran's using drones that cost $6,000 or $20,000. Now, with all we have if I can buy a computer that can solve all the world's problems for $1,000, why does it take $1 million or $2 million to build one missile?
We're so far behind, I think,
the rest of the world.
War technology. Ukraine is far beyond us. I gotta get an allergy pill because it's bad here. I think, it's kind of like Russia, with those outdated tanks and stuff. That's very much Trump's mindset, but we are far behind. Well, I would bet you China is
Can you look something else up for me?
Heavily training in drone warfare.
When was the last time the Department of Defense passed an audit? Because we don't even know where this money's going. We've got these companies that are taking billions and billions. So Trump wants to now spend $1 trillion a year on the military.
The Department of Defense failed its 8th consecutive annual audit, so it gets audited annually. It's failed 8 years in a row, with results released in December 25. Once again, failing to obtain a clean opinion on its $4.7 trillion in assets and $4.7 trillion in liabilities.
So all our tax money is going to a bunch of companies that make planes, ships, and bombs, and they can't account where the fucking money's going.
They're the only major federal agency that has never passed a full audit.
Never.
Failing all 8 since 2018.
Holy shit.
Oddly, since he's been in.
You got to be kidding me.
No, Congress has set a target to achieve a clean audit by 28.
I remember this. So here's the thing. You get our taxes, right? Mm-hmm. We just send the thing, we don't know. That's our taxes. We feel like we just write on it in a Sharpie.
But we'll know by 28.
Yeah, just in a Sharpie. Hey guys, we'll get back to you on this. Yes, we write on with a big giant Sharpie. Can't figure it out. Sorry. See you in 28.
Can we do that?
I would love to do that. As much time as you spend on our taxes, I would love that.
This episode brought to you by OneSkin.
OneSkin. Oh, some of the best.
Speaking of time.
Stuff. You know, I use my other stuff, and then my OneSkin always goes on top. I got it on right now. Thank you very much.
OS1 Face.
Yep.
I love OS1 Face. I love OS1 Body. I love OS1 Eye. So these female scientists, researchers got together. Love that too. And
like the Spice Girls of scientists, really.
Exactly. They got in the lab and they discovered OS1, which is it's a proprietary peptide, which is really hard to say quickly. Proprietary peptide.
Proprietary peptide. It's very hard to say.
It's the very first ingredient that is actually proven to switch off your damaged senescent cells, which are the dead zombie cells, and it actually slows your skin's aging directly at the source instead of masking it.
Right.
So that's why I think I told you guys this a couple of times, but I found this product before they advertised with it.
You were using it. You made me use it on my eyes. Because you have to do like this.
Old man finger.
Old man finger. Why is that called the old man finger?
Because he's bent over and shaky and not very strong.
Okay, yeah. So you had me do it on my eyes years ago, like before we even got the ad.
Yeah. Because I did a deep dive. I like to deep dive skincare and makeup sometimes, and this I read about it. You can go see the studies that they've like real studies in a lab, and that's why I first started using it. It doesn't smell like perfume. There's no perfume in it. It's just like my skin doesn't react to it. My skin reacts to everything allergy wise.
Your body reacts to everything.
Mm-hmm, true. So born from over a decade of longevity research, OneSkin's OS1 peptide is proven to target the visible signs of aging, which helps you unlock your healthiest skin as you age. For a limited time, you can try OneSkin with 15% off. You can use promo code Titus at oneSkin.co/Titus.
And look, guys, if I can look this dewy, so can you.
Exactly. That's 15% off oneSkin.co/Titus with promo code Titus. After you purchase, make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Titus podcast.
I want to talk about Hegseth. So I was reading.
Oof.
So Hegseth, I read major. Look it up. General talks about Hegseth. So Hegseth is such a scumbag, and such an inept scumbag, that he was actually kicked out of the National Guard. He was a major in the National Guard. There was a report that they called him not an infiltrator. What they call him? Subversive, whatever it was, because of his Nazi tattoos, Dus Volt and stuff. He's got all these Nazi tattoos. You know what else he did? You know what else he did this week? He denied 2 women and 2 black men their promotions because he said, because we don't go with DEI. These are career soldiers. What are you talking about? Fuck are you talking about? Dude, You're the SecDef, and the best thing you ever did was nothing. You've never done. You got kicked out of the military. You actually had to settle with a woman that claimed sexual assault, and then you were an alcoholic.
Yep.
You're a raging alcoholic. You're a fuck up. Do you know what my best thing is? And we put it in the Armageddon update. That scene where he goes, when he's talking,
Yes.
they make all the military guys fly across the world, and he goes, "All right, get out there and draw fire." You know who says draw fire? Some douchebag asshole who plays way too much Halo. That's what it is.
Oh, he just said today that we will negotiate with bombs until the Iran ceasefire deal is reached.
Do you know that I would bet you his dick is smaller than Trump's?
He's
I would bet you.
It's what you say, hair gel in a suit. He's a Fox News host. He's so
Just a blowhard, man.
pathetic that he had to rename our Department
Of Defense.
War.
Department of War. Department of War. Department of Defense. That sounds like we're defending something.
He's so douchey. He's like, I've never seen a greater cause to use the word douche. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All women have been hit on this sleaze bag. We know this type of guy.
And he doesn't
at a
stop.
bar. He does not. He lacks self-awareness
No
about
shit.
how douchey he is.
Well, he thought they were going to cheer at that thing with the soldiers.
Yeah, bro, you're not.
I've never heard it quite.
Masculinity isn't loud.
No, it is not.
Strength isn't loud.
No.
You know?
That's why you never fight the guy who, if you go up against a guy, you go, let's go, we're doing this. And he just goes like this. Do you really want to do that, man? And when he asks you like that, you go, nope. But everything about the guy screams the worst of the worst.
He was not officially kicked out.
Oh, I thought he was.
Or dishonorably discharged. There was a controversy and a separation. He claimed he was labeled a threat and an extremist and asked to stand down due to his views, which he describes as a betrayal by the military rather than a formal disciplinary expulsion.
Let me deal with this for a second. Okay, so this guy was separated from the military because he has Nazi tattoos. Okay. Then he has the balls to say it was a misunderstanding by the military. The military, who, by the way, wants to keep you in. They want you.
Yeah.
They need people.
Yeah.
And they got rid of him.
Yeah.
They said so. Why is it always someone else's fault? You know, Trump is now blaming NATO countries because the Strait of Hormuz is shut down because he started a war with Iran. They're bombing bases in Kuwait, our bases in Kuwait. Yep. They're bombing all our bases in the Middle East, and you know what it is. You know what we did? You gave a guy whose brain is like the original version of Atari's Pong, and they're playing war games on a level that we can't even understand. And he's the dumbest guy. And then this guy, Hegseth, is even dumber.
He's really, really, really dumb. They're both really shockingly dumb. I am blown away every time Donald Trump speaks. The paperclip inventor speech he gave when asked about the Iran war. It was about what a genius he is.
Like the guy who invented the paperclip.
The guy who and what? And I don't know how other people hear him talk and don't hear what I hear.
Because you watch them interviewed by Jordan Klepper or whoever, and you realize they're just as stupid. Oh. If anything, here's what I think I figured it out.
Okay.
Here's my theory.
Yep.
If you know you're dumb, and everybody does know they're dumb. Like I know there's places in my life where
everybody does know.
I don't think they know. They have a sense that their life ain't working out.
Yeah.
Their life ain't working out. Get out of my country, people. Those people.
Okay. So
then they see this guy who sounds like them, doesn't know. He goes, I don't think it'll be bad. I think, what did he say there's a quote he said. He doesn't know how to put words together like I just did. Like it's like, what I just did is what he does all the time. He doesn't have the clarity to even do a complete sentence.
Right.
I forget what he said. They've been running it on the Daily Show. It's really funny. And the people that are stupid think the guy is like them. And if he can be a billionaire and he can be president, then I could be president.
His dad gave him $400 million.
That he lost.
Melania at the Women's Month event, the same event where Trump called Caroline Leavitt Kellyanne Conway 3 times while looking directly at her from this far away.
Yeah, but Biden had dementia.
Melania said that in her speech, at a woman's event where you get up and only speak about yourself, she called herself a visionary who's often alone at the top, and then said, "In solitude, my creative mind dances."
Those are the worst 70s rock lyrics I've ever heard.
Solitude, my
That sounds like a
dances.
band that's doing like a weird like goth rock. That sounds like a lyric from a shitty rock and roll song. In solitude, my mind dances.
Her creative.
The creative mind dances. But do you hear the arrogance across the board, though?
Oh, yeah.
All these
No,
people?
I would say that it's grown there for sure. So Hegseth did personally intervene to stop the promotions of 4 Army officers, 2 black men and 2 female soldiers who were going to become 1-stars. This is according to a U.S. official that's not authorized to speak publicly. So military can't come out and say.
Do you know that do you know how they have to kill all of them?
Highly unusual move of interfering in what is just a regular promotion process.
You earn that.
Yeah. Also, this person said that he has been weeding out senior officers that he deems ideologically incompatible. NPR has also learned that a black colonel and a female colonel from another branch of the military were taken off their promotion list.
So here's what I heard yesterday when I was on the road. And by the way, I just got back from... Jesus, I'm traveling all the time. Where was I? I did the week. I did San Diego. And then this last week I was in Fort Worth, Texas.
Yay!
Welcome to...
It's not dementia. I promise you. Sometimes we will be on the road and turn to each other and go, where are we?
Literally the town we're in. You know why? Because I say it in my show. Because the same Taco Bell is everywhere. That's why.
Exactly.
So I heard that they were saying that this is such an unusual move because when you deny one, because it's supposed to be apolitical, it's not supposed to be right or left. So you can't pick the people that agree with you and you don't.
Correct.
So if you deny those 4, you deny everybody's promotion. So it's not just these 2 women and these 2 black guys. It's everybody. So we now have these guys clusterfucking our military. We're sending, currently there's 50,000 troops on their way to Iran. 5,000, 50,000. He's thinking about 10,000 more.
There were some signs like that at the No Kings protest about tell Barron to...
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
There was one that was designed like from the 30s, like a war poster that was Barron.
Yeah.
But here's my question. Why... I guess it's because it always works out so well in the Middle East. Every time we do something in the Middle East, it always ends up perfect. I mean, look at all the gold and amazing forward motion we got out of Afghanistan. Yep. Look at all the amazing GDP rose because of Iraq and all the men we saved and all the women soldiers that we saved and all the money that we saved. It was only $2 trillion we lost, and we lost 4,800 soldiers. So,
well, military personnel.
Agreed. Yes, across the board. Sorry. I know soldiers, airmen, sailors, and Marines. Got it. I know. You guys know what I mean. Do I have to do it like that every time? When did the military get that PC?
Well, I was raised by Marines, to us, it's like
they're very special. But everybody's got their own special thing.
We're not that. That's
soldier. I'm Air Force, dickhead. I
don't know if anybody in the Air Force is that cocky.
Oh wow! And that's a Marine's daughter who said that. So we've got a bunch of guys going over there, and I don't listen. With 9/11, it was easy. They killed a bunch of Americans, and they did it in such a dramatic way. I understand why we went to that war. By the way, even though W sent over to the place that didn't attack us, it was the Saudis that attacked us. Yeah. But okay. I understand the jingoistic nature of why we did that. I don't understand why this guy out of the blue, we were like this. We got blindsided. What? We bombed who? What the fuck?
It was very surprising. Well, and then he was talking about where was he going to go next? He started
Cuba.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take it. But what a dickhead. Like, you're just going to take another country. You're just going to, what, you just, I
just never anticipated that the person that would completely upend our democracy and create like the largest cult ever would be someone who shits himself in public.
Continually.
I am just blown away by that. I just thought like that it would be like a really handsome, dashing.
Right. Every movie we've seen where Satan took over,
of course, I guess
he was
this guy isn't that great either.
Maybe you have to, right. And Mussolini was not a pretty man.
I guess no.
I guess it's so funny because when all these movies come out, it's always like a 6'4", good-looking billionaire, and that ain't it. It's always a dork douchebag who got enough people fired up because he could speak halfway decent. Except Trump can't even speak halfway decent.
I mean, do you guys even get the vastness of the corruption of how much money they're seeing being moved and made on the stock market that directly aligns with his announcements on social media? I mean, we've moved past how fucking insane it is that he announces like war announcements on social media.
And then we track 10 minutes before he announcement, we track a $1.5 billion.
But I'm just saying we moved past that. That used to be such a shock.
Right.
When he posted about transgender in the military on Twitter, we were like, you can't, presidents don't do that. And now these public announcements, $1.5 billion trade. That's crazy.
Well,
5 minutes before.
We watched Rachel Maddow last night talk about the warehouse thing. That thing scares me a lot.
Yeah.
Because, so why are we paying $50 million more than it should go into? I think someone's under investigation because of this.
Oh, I'm sure it'll go really far.
But here's what he did. People forget this. It's been so crazy. Go back to Doge. Let's go back to Elon Musk bringing in a crew of 12-year-olds to basically take everybody. And it's been proven that, by the way, they took 330 million Americans' information. That's what they got. That's what Doge did. They went in and they took our information.
How's your checks for Doge? Did you guys spend it?
Did you guys spend it? How about that $12,000 we got on the tariff checks? Did you get your tariff check? Did you get your tariff check?
The Doge check, I know, are in
what are
the
you using
mail,
for?
I'm sure. Meanwhile, Trump is negotiating, getting his signature on our money, getting a gold coin. He's just released pictures of his 50-story Trump library.
Now, library denotes that someone can read, right? And have books in it. He's never read a book.
He has not read a book.
He's going to have a giant plane from Qatar in his library.
He did say that. Yes, Corey Lewandowski is under investigation by a federal inspector general. I thought Trump fired all of those. And House Democrats, of course. It's not going to go anywhere, for allegedly soliciting payments from contractors in exchange for influencing lucrative DHS contracts.
So, now, these were going to buy the warehouses to house us in, to house the...
They're saying he was soliciting consulting fees or kickbacks from companies seeking these DHS contracts, particularly private prison firms like the GEO group.
Right. Because they were buying, they're buying giant fucking warehouses to house us in, the people that they don't agree with. I know you guys, here's the thing. This fucking, every week I sit here and I go, this is fucking nuts. It's all nuts. Nothing makes any sense. It's all nuts.
It's crazy.
Like, we have the president of the United States has now pissed off all the NATO allies.
This is what we have to stop doing, right? Like, because everybody's tired of circling the drain.
So what do we do then?
Trump.
All right. So it's not Trump though, but it's everybody, because when you Lewandowski circling the line. So what we're going to have to face, people, and this is what we're going to have to face. No one is coming to save us. We are not going to. Yeah, she's right. We need to stop talking about it, because that's all we do. Circling drain is a perfect example. And maybe figure out what we're going to do. I think we need to build an email list.
Is that the whole plan?
That's look, step one. Okay. I got step one. Email list.
Maybe
and then
a website.
Print some t-shirts.
Okay.
So people get fired up.
Okay.
Yep. And then
signs. We could do signs.
Too. Can we do better signs though? Because can we go to like Instaprint? Because I looked at some signs and I'm like,
great ones.
I'm like, are we that? I mean, when the people I like I can't barely read their signs. That's not good.
Some were good though.
Some were very good.
Yeah. So I guess some companies pulled out because if they said we're not going to pay you however much money you're trying to, force us to pay you.
Grift is the word. Grift.
He was grifting.
Yes, 100%.
Like $100,000. Some people just abandoned pursuit of contracts because they were told they had to separately pay him, literally write him a check to his name. And he wasn't really in office. He was an unpaid government employee, basically serving as Kristi Noem's chief of staff.
Kristi Noem's vagina wrangler.
But he was not hired.
Well, because her husband obviously
I would
couldn't do it.
argue Brian is the vagina wrangler, not Kristi. But a federal watchdog is on this now. But the problem is that Pam Bondi is in between all of this shit. Didn't she just sign? Wendy told me, and like I said, I've been avoiding the news, that she signed off on some, was it warrants or?
You do know that she was involved with the Epstein case in Florida, right?
Yes.
That Pam Bondi and Alex Acosta were actually responsible for him getting that deal where he could leave prison every day.
Yes.
So,
which is weird that Alex Acosta ended up leaving the first term of Trump in shame, kind of, when this came out, because nobody leaves in shame ever anymore. And then she just waltzes in like, I don't know. I don't know if this is right. Wendy said Pam Bondi signed off on an indictment on a bunch of Trump's companies. Ivanka is named 28 times. I don't know if that's true. We got to look that up.
That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't at all.
That's
I asked her where she saw that, and she said on YouTube, so she knows it's true.
Right.
So it's probably not true, but I just wanted to see.
Can we actually talk about something off the politics for a second and talk about AI and what's going on? Do you realize that we are so lost? Like they can make anything look like anything now, and that anything that anybody can imagine, or as long as it has a little bit of truth in it, we'll believe it. Sometimes guys at home, I am told, I'm Ray, look at this. And she's like, you're on the internet, right?
Yeah, there's no record of her. So Wendy's watching somebody who's lying.
Right.
No record of her signing an indictment of any Trump companies.
There's no way that's going to happen.
Instead, no. She has been involved in high-profile investigations targeting those who investigated Trump. Right. Actually, a bunch of FBI people who were fired, these people were specifically on Bob Mueller's team because it was their job. They weren't just random people targeting him. It was actually their job to act as attorneys in this case they were handed. He fired them, and now they've all filed a lawsuit.
Could I ask a question about this? And
I just want to tell you. I want to.
Oh, sorry.
In 2013, however, Bondi's office decided not to pursue a formal investigation into the Trump Institute of Boca Raton, a for-profit education chain. Hold on. Shortly after, a $25,000 donation was made to a committee organized for her reelection. That was 2013.
Do you think
so they've been at this for a while.
A long time, 2013, yeah. Do you think there's like here's what bothers me about why you have to tell me, because you have a better legal mind than why can't someone who's seen the files? Raskin came out and said, and he said, no, he goes, there's women in there from 18, 17, 16, all the way down to 9 in the files that were testified that were sexually assaulted. So my question is, why can't we know the FBI, Jack Smith's people have seen the files. We know that Congress has seen the files. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck isn't someone just whistleblowing and going, hey, guys, here's what's in the files, and just come out and saying it? And that question is this.
I don't know.
What happens to them if they do that? I mean, we all know that Trump's going to go after him. Dead.
What's his face came out and said,
Massey.
Thomas Massey came out and posted publicly, I'm not suicidal.
He's gotten quiet.
And now he's very quiet. In the first days after Bondi was appointed AG last year, the DOJ shut down multiple pending criminal cases, roughly 23,000 criminal investigations. Interesting, isn't
We're Russia.
it? In the first 6 months.
You have to just accept that we are the most corrupt. We are literally pushing Russian
That's
corruption.
reported by ProPublica.
So they shut down.
I did something yesterday when I was lifting weights. And do you ever like pull some muscle? That's why I keep doing this.
Yep.
And pressing on it.
Yep.
Do you ever pull a muscle that you didn't know you had?
Yes.
And that you didn't think was a muscle?
Right. That's supposed
It's
to be
right
a bone.
Here. It's like on my collarbone.
I'll work on it.
It's where I broke my collarbone, so I'm wondering. But I was doing.
What were you doing?
Well, it was supposed to be a building workout, so it was very low reps, extremely high weight, and I was doing chest press, and there was a point where I thought, "Oh shit, my arms were like." So maybe not the best.
Ken
idea.
has left 2 70-pound dumbbells in the shop where I work out sometimes, and
is that all you use?
And I was doing Romanian deadlifts, and it's weird because I had two things happen. So last week I had one where I was doing Romanian deadlifts, and then it gave me another thing of single leg Romanian, and my back went. It's so funny as you get older, you go dink, and you're like, okay, if I do one more, I'm gonna have to be carried out of here on a stretcher. There's gonna have to get a hand truck and load me into the car.
I've had those.
So I got it and I stopped it. Yesterday I was doing box jumps, and I go up in the box, and my left knee just goes, sup. it was like, hey, Dick, hey. And I was like, okay, I did 3 more, and it kept doing it. So I stopped. Here's my wisdom. I'm not wise anywhere else. I stopped, sat down. I looked at my phone for knee stretches, and I did 10 minutes of knee stretches, and then I was fine.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Now I can get my luggage on the plane this week. I'm going to be doing Richmond, Virginia, guys. I'm going to be doing Virginia Beach. Wednesday.
Thursday, Virginia Beach.
Yep.
Funny Bone. We love both of those places.
And then
Friday, State Theater.
In Arlington, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that theater. Last year we were there.
Oh, just people.
And it was great. And it was the most fun audience ever. I'm so bummed that I can't go and do this new material there because they were silly laughers at the State Theater. And when I was walking off stage, or I was at the end of my set at the State last time, and some guy in the balcony yells, Ray, show us your shoes, because everybody knows I love shoes. And so I stopped before bringing you on to lift up my pant leg and everybody was like, yeah. It was just so fun. It was silly fun. I'm so bummed. I'm bummed for multiple reasons, but I would really love to.
To all you people that post your animals being sick and losing them, we really want you to know that we really feel for you. We are going through it with Chap. We've gone through it with a couple other animals, and I got to be honest with you, man, it is the worst. Ray said something this morning. Your family, there's all this other bullshit that goes on with your family. You love your family. Your dogs, there's no bullshit with them. Mm-mm. They got your back.
Pure. They
They're
always
here.
love you.
Yeah.
They never turn on you. They always think you're awesome.
No matter how bad things are going for you.
They never think your breath smells bad.
Nope.
They just think it's amazing. Groucho in the morning, and Groucho's going through it too, you guys. He's been really depressed and hasn't been eating at all. He's losing
his uncle, Uncle Dad.
His Uncle Dad brother, best friend. And he's never known life without Chaplin, or with Chaplin being this sick. And he's beta. Groucho is happily beta. He submits, instantly, collapses. If you barely tap him with your foot in the kitchen, he collapses and his back leg shakes like you've beaten him. And so he's confused about not having to wait for Chaplin's bowl to be put down, before he eats. So he's just not eating. It's kind of a bummer all the way around. We have Gracie now too, and she's a total tweaker.
Yeah, she's an extra. We've taken an ex-stripper dog on, and she's damaged. She's quite damaged. Guys, I want to say something. We've been pretty going hardcore at this administration for a while now, and I'm starting to see sometimes we're getting throttled on our site. So if you can, When you watch it, when you play it, share it so we can actually get it out there. They're going to keep shutting down the people that are against them. And that's what's happening.
David banning. Yeah.
David Parkman went on. He goes, guys, we went from this to this.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is, you got to remember Peter Thiel and all the guys, Meta, Zuckerberg, all these guys are on his side. They showed up to his inauguration.
Yes.
So they are now.
Tim Apple, depending on what day
in my life, we're living in the most Orwellian time in our existence.
Yep. Yep. So YouTube is owned by Alphabet,
right? Which is Google,
parent company. Were they there?
Yes.
Chad Hurley, Steve Chen. Are you sure?
But also, if you want the government on, Trump can do whatever he wants. Here's what we've never had before. We've never had. First of all, Citizens United ruined the country. That was 2012. If you say anybody can give as much money as they want, then all of a sudden no one's working for us anymore because we can't give them all that money. However, Google can give them $1 billion. Elon Musk gave them $260 million. To run his thing. So when you take the power from the hands of the people and you give let the corporations have all the money they want to spend, we're fucked. We're just fucked. So until that changes, we're fucked. Now there's a thing called the 230 clause 230, or for that. Basically, they made a thing a long time ago where they aren't going to regulate the internet. That's where we are now. I know there's a lawsuit going on right now where they've proven, like with RJ Reynolds, when they were making cigarettes addictive, they proved that they've literally designed the algorithm to be addictive. They've designed it like that. And so they're going to be sued now, but not with this administration.
I see it with you as a parent. It stresses me out quite a bit. And this is how he wakes up. He'll open his eyes.
No.
He'll go like this, and I'll look over, and you're just flipping through reels.
Well, no, I'm actually trying to figure out what the news is because I have to write an Armageddon update.
No.
Yeah, that's what I do this morning. That's what I did this morning. That's something I do every morning. But this morning, I'm like, I need to write this Armageddon update.
Okay.
All right.
I have great concerns.
I have work to do.
I'm putting blocks on your phone.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Can't you put a timer thing where you only get so many minutes a day?
I don't know if you can put a timer. You can probably set it.
There's parental controls. I know.
You're on your phone a lot too, though.
Not. Yes. Yeah, quite. Like, I'm trying to see. I just want to know Google, because I do think that Google refused to put the Gulf of America. Right. So I'm trying to figure out do they stand for him or not? Google's leadership have engaged with Trump's administration through business-focused actions rather than explicit ideological support. The company donated $1 million to his inauguration in 2025, and the CEO met with him, so he was there.
Can we talk about something else off this? I want to ask you about something. So we've now been in the electric car world since 2016.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to kill the electric car world. However, he's doing it badly because he just ran a gas prices up by $1 guy.
Is that
he's
the
really
plan?
a bad plan.
Mm-hmm.
So, and everybody, all these people are complaining and bitching about electric cars. They've never had one. And I want to kind of talk about it for a second, because what will happen is when that changes, you want to end the dependence on oil. You want to end it.
Yeah.
Get an electric car. Now, a lot of people go, well, I got charge, I do this. Okay, that's valid. That's valid. But if you have a home, you have 240 or outlet in your garage, you and I come home at night, we both charge our cars up, mm-hmm. and they're full the next day. Mm-hmm. And I just want to point
it's not crazy expensive if you don't have 240 to have it put in.
Right? No, it's not. It's not $500. But also, so gas is 4 or 5 average right now, $4 a gallon, right? Kilowatt. So 4 times 20, that's $80 to fill your car up, right? Right. With ours, it's 17 cents a kilowatt. Mm-hmm. So on 100 kilowatts, that means it's $17. Mm-hmm. So when you're paying $40 for 20 gallons of gas, I'm filling up and going the same distance for $17.
Yeah.
And I wish people would get that. On top of that,
my Rivian has 420 miles of range.
Like the Rivians we had, we've never had a problem. We've never had a problem with distance.
No, I never had a problem with my Tesla ever at all. The thing is that people don't realize is that you don't have maintenance.
Right.
So you're not only saving that money on gas. The thing that blew me away was, oh, I don't get oil changes. I don't need to refill any
fluids at all.
Fluids except windshield wiper fluid.
Brakes and tires. That's it.
Yeah, but
brake pads and tires.
I don't think I did that.
No, because you have one. Because so here's even the brake thing, people. When you let off the gas, it's got regenerative battery, so it goes, ooh, and basically it
stops itself.
It stops itself. So I want to point out to people.
So you put power back into the car.
But here's the thing.
Battery,
So I have this Dodge Charger EV, which I have to be honest.
You love.
I love this car. I've never had a car. We're going to do a half-hour thing on it on a YouTube channel. I talked to Ken about it already. But I want to tell you, the one thing you said this, we had a talk early on before the Teslas came out, like, why do electric cars look so dorky?
Yeah, they used to.
They went out of the way to look dorky as shit.
Prius era.
And I think it was to not sell. They didn't want to sell them. I think it was, they had the government mandated, and like, because Obama and Clinton, and we need to mandate EVs, and so they made them dorky. Well, then Tesla comes out with the S, and I had an S in 16, and you had I had 16 or 17, and yours is 19.
17.
17 years was 19, right?
Mm-hmm.
Great looking car.
Beautiful.
Great car, based on Mercedes E-Class technology. Drove, you never knew, oh, this is like what a pain in the ass electric car is. I had the charger put into the house. You charge your car at night. You never have to go to a gas station. You don't have to. You don't have to do transmission flush. You don't have to do radiator flush. You don't have to do oil changes.
No,
you don't
crazy.
have to do it. It was nuts how
I
little.
Did
nothing,
and it still drove perfectly, was immaculate. I mean,
well, I keep trying.
I just couldn't. I just hate him. But the car was, it was incredible.
The Heil Hitlering is what got to me.
It was a problem. I do want you. Do you guys want some good news?
Yeah.
Democrats won another special election. This would be the 30th red to blue flip.
Wow.
Of Trump's second term, and we're only 1 year in, so that's depressing. Do you want to guess where it was?
No. Where? Florida.
Palm Beach.
Yeah,
where Mar-a-Lago is.
Yep.
It was in a district that Trump won by 11 points in 2024. Just did that. And he actually came out, tried to rally support for the GOP candidate, but the Democrat won anyway and flipped the seat.
He said something. There was an interview he said recently. He goes, here's what I love about this guy. You want to talk about somebody who takes no accountability? He goes, every time there's a, whatever, it's Democrat, Republican, and the midterms, it always flips. It always flips. It's always going to flip. That's
nothing to do.
It's actually not true. It's not true. If the president's a shitbox, it flips.
Oh, and shitting himself.
Yes.
Also, there was a Senate special election in Tampa, so hi, Florida. It was a district Trump won by 7 points last year. Well, 24. It took a while to get the results, but it's just come out that the Democrat claimed an upset.
So, and some of these votes, there's a couple of these 30 that have been done that were literally won, but one was won by one vote.
Very close.
One was won by 300 votes.
Yep.
So when you guys say, "Oh, my vote doesn't count," bullshit. It's bullshit. I want to get back to the electoral thing. I want to get off the politics thing.
I just wanted good news.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to give them. That so here's what's going on now. Now, if you get the bumper sticker that said, "I didn't know the guy was a dickhead for about the car," or
those are funny.
There's a bunch of companies that make electric cars. People, I'm telling you, they're faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like that car, and the Charger, my car, is the best looking car
Most people don't know how fast they are.
It's crazy. I get out of the way so fast. Like you said about your Tesla, because if you're stopped, you can't brake anymore, but you can get out of the way like that.
I would always ask you, can I beat that car? Can I beat that Lamborghini? Yep. There was like one car I couldn't beat.
Yeah, but it was like a $2 million vehicle. Here's the problem with that is when I first got my Tesla before they were really known, it would be fast. Guys would pull up Ferraris, and because we're in LA, there's always a Ferrari or a Lambo or something, and they'd pull up and I'd be like, "Let's go!" And then every time I beat them, and they stopped. And it took about 2 months, and
that did happen a lot.
And nobody in a cool car wanted to race you anymore.
Yeah, when Teslas first came out, that was a thing where I was like, I don't want Raise you. All right.
Yeah, and then you'd bury us.
Because it was my Mercedes, there was a lag. When I would hit the
motor's gotta rev
accelerator,
up,
it would wait, and then Tesla, you just, and that thing, it's like a dart, just takes off. The Rivian does too. One
more thing, guys, is that the batteries, now battery technology is going to keep moving, but the Teslas would go 500,000 miles before the batteries wore out. And they would have like a 70% still left. So also batteries can also be, if you put them in the thing, you can dissolve them and actually get all the chemicals back out and repurpose them. You can redo it. So when people keep talking about electric cars, they're faster. And that's all I give a shit about. Like, look, if the car was running on 3 hamsters and it was faster,
and overall you take gas and all the maintenance, much more affordable, and there's much lower.
But I'm a hot rod guy. I'm building a 65 Corvette right now with an LS3. But my daily car is this badass Charger that looks great. It's a coupe. It's a 2-door coupe longer than a station wagon.
People ask you a lot about, what is that?
Yeah, I had 2 cops pull up next to me in LA, and they're like, "Hey, man, what exactly is that?" I go, "It's a new Charger." I go, "That's pretty badass." So,
it is a really cool. It looks like a Charger.
But also,
I think my Rivian is.
Your Rivian's
like
amazing.
A Range Rover.
You know what else though is that here's the other thing, because you're not putting out exhaust, you're not putting all this shit on your car paint.
Yeah.
Like when I clean my car, there's like every car I've had that was a gas car, there's always something near the ass end where it's got like grime and shit from the exhaust. Nothing. So guys, look into electric cars. It's really and there's used ones now for sale that like
everybody's trying to buy them now though.
By the way, the Chargers, they discounted the shit out of them because I think Dodge made a big mistake. You don't take the company that's the most gas oriented Hellcat car and go, let's do electric now. That'll work. You know, your customer base is you get thing out of Hemi when your customer base.
Yeah, but you saw the light. And
yeah, but I'm smart.
I do have a 69 GTO.
Yes.
With 0 computer in it at all. The thing is a tank. That is going to be our Armageddon car.
We are driving that into Mad Max time. Yes.
Could hold 7 people easily with room. And so I'll probably be selling tickets for the car.
Okay, I'm in. Let's do this.
No, I'm selling. So if you want one, just let me know. Go ahead and place your reservation early.
I'm in the passenger seat. It's yeah. And I gotta do maintenance.
Oh, passenger seat's gonna be really expensive.
No, but I'm the one. But you're bringing the mechanic too. I can also fix it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, exactly.
Should I keep gas can? We should have gas cans for that car, right?
Yeah, my dad always had gas cans. Yeah, we should have gas cans.
My dad did too. For the lawnmower back in the day. I just think what's the biggest gas can you can get?
Usually, you want to get a 5-gallon metal jerry can.
Okay. And how many gallons does that car hold?
20.
20. Okay. So I might not have as many seats available.
We're going to be roaming the side like Mad Max, taking gas, I think.
Because you heard, Elon said that he would just shut down Teslas.
Oh, you guys didn't know this. Here's what a dickhead this guy is. So he says,
other than the Heil Hitler.
If we start exactly. Wasn't the 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
He says that if the draft is reinstated and people try to drive to Canada, he'll shut all the Teslas down at the border.
Wait a minute. You have control of our...
Yes.
Yeah. Glad I don't have a Tesla anymore.
Yeah, right.
But wow, that's something to think about, right? You know, the kind of power that is also with an EMP.
Right.
What happens then? I was just reading about this. Is the stuff I go read.
Well, even with an EMP, like the car battery won't work anymore. However, all the electronics, because they're not electronics, the electrical system will still work on your GTO.
Well, I know on my GTO, I know that,
but not on the 65 Corvette because I updated all the electronics. So I'm going to put a lead shield under the hood. I'm just going to do lead. It's just going to say a very heavy hood.
So like the Rivian, it won't work.
The Rivian has a lot of electronics and stuff, but I wonder if someone dropped an EMP, and it would take a Sunflower could do it. The wrong Sunflower could do it. Everything shuts down. Everything. We can't get water. Everything shuts down. You know. So, listen, we've only had 6 mass extinction events in our history. And, maybe we've had 5 and we're in the middle of the 6th. Whatever. We're losing like 1 million species a day. So we're good. That's fine. Hey, by the way, buy those chips and eat a lot of McDonald's because fuck it.
No, because
Why
then
did we end like
you'll
this?
shit yourself too, publicly, allegedly.
Guys, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This weekend, I'm going to be in Virginia Beach. I'm going to be in Richmond, Virginia,
Beach.
and then Virginia Beach, and then Arlington at the State Theater. My new show, Doomed to Repeat's
It's
quite
actually
good.
not Arlington. He keeps saying that. It's Falls Church, Virginia.
Oh, Falls Church, Virginia.
The
Okay.
State Theater, Falls Church. It's
Really
very
sad you're not-
close.
Are you going to go start going on the road and just stand up again?
It's right in the middle of Arlington and Alexandria. And
Good.
Yeah, it's very close.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We're going to try to come up with some new segments because I'm tired of spinning the drain too.
Yep.
Yeah, we're tired of spinning the drain. Go to ChristopherTitus.com to get some stuff. You can check all my dates there. Go to Christopher Titus TV or go to 800 Pound Gorilla, people. My special Carrion Monsters is that, and it just hit 500,000 on 800 Pound Gorilla. We're at like almost 700,000 now total with our site in there. So that's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. All right. Anything else you want to say?
Ray Bradley on Instagram.
Yep.
I'm posting some Chaplain updates if you really need a good cry.
And Titus Nation on Instagram and Threads. And you say a little prayer for our buddy Chap. He's not in pain, guys, but he's toughing it out. This little bastard is such a tough little guy. All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. For myself, lovely Bombshell Ray, and the dogs. Later.
Peace out.